9 CDs. I shouldn't talk to you.
Now, on the most recent episode of The Brilliant Idiot, looks like Charlamagne made some interesting conversations about 50 Cent. Now, he called 50 Cent a diabolical, genius about... Now, this comes at the back of, 50 earlier in an Instagram post claiming that he wants to purchase Diddy's 50, Revolt. Now, interesting conversation had been had earlier, but looks like Chris Rock, is super upset about what Charlamagne said, calling 50 Cent, what's it called? A genius. Now, guys, it's super crazy because 50 is not responding to what Chris Rock has apparently. Now, these two seem to have had a serious tiff on the background. Now, this is like the second time 50 Cent and Chris Rock officially are beefing up, and we love it. And so that's what we're talking about this particular interesting episode. So join us. Let's get interactive inside the comment section. But before we even engage about what Chris Rock has been talking, Rick Ross. Oh my goodness, did I say Chris Rock? Well, that's because recently I've been watching Chris Rock lately, but Rick Ross apparently. Now, let's watch what Charlamagne said before we come to watch exactly what Rick Ross also has been talking about. But okay, we'll get you the video very shortly. But what is the big deal if Charlamagne calls 50 Cent a diabolical genius? We all do know that 50 Cent is known for that. In fact, he's very diabolical. He's a genius in his own way, in as much as we all do hate some things about him. But okay, I think we can watch the video currently, and so we'll come back and see what
Go back to that 50 Cent
has been
post.
talking about.
And I'm gonna tell you why 50 is literally the diabolical genius. And he's first of all, you can read 48 Laws of Power and all of that stuff like that. You can read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, but it gotta be in you. 50, he posts Diddy reportedly takes temporary leave as chairman of Revolt amid sexual assault lawsuits. 50 says, I'll buy that from you, Playboy, for the low, because you know Cadillac and AT&T gonna pull out.
Those are the sponsors, I presume?
Yes. I'll give you a few dollars for it now. Sell it to me, then we can be friends. I'm serious. Call my phone. Why do y'all think that was a genius thing to post?
He's basically telling Cadillac and AT&T to pull out?
And telling people who the sponsors are. So if they want to harass Cadillac and AT&T, that'll happen.
And once the money comes out,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This guy, man.
Yeah, so this was Charlamagne's comment. Now, Rick Ross says that, well, he said it nicely. In fact, what he said is very okay. But, you don't call someone a diabolical genius when he apparently has been filing for, for cause closure. And of course, basically, they don't file for, bankruptcy. In fact, Rick Ross is apparently not happy with what Charlamagne has been talking about. And in the recent rant on his social platform, especially on X, he is also telling or putting some kind of sense inside Charlamagne. And now he says he respects Charlamagne so much for for calling 50 Cent a diabolical genius. But I know for sure that, Rick Ross wants to start another conversations about, a beef once again between himself and 50, because earlier 50 has been inside the trends for almost bashing Diddy here and there. We all do know that. Also, Rick is also associated with Diddy, and so it looks like finally someone is coming to defend Diddy. That's my speculation anyway, because association-wise, Rick is associated to Diddy, and looking at how 50 seemed to be bashing Diddy's back, left, right, back, center, he finds this a biggest opportunity also some way, somehow slam 50 Cent. But let's check his rant and see what he also has been talking about after, Charlamagne's. Okay, we'll get you that video very shortly. But he's taking a swipe at 50 Cent, not just 50 Cent alone, is also putting some sense into the brains of Charlamagne. But after that, he didn't say anything, bad, because we all do know that 50 Cent really loves to generate, controversy. He loves fights. He's really so much into the business when it comes to controversy, and so calling being the diabolical genius, I think that crown should go for him. But let's check what Chris, I like to call him Chris anyway, but let's check what he has to say inside this.
And something else I seen that I thought was actually kind of cute. Charlamagne referred to 50 Cent as a diabolical genius. And me, thinking the way I think of Charlamagne, he would know better than that. A diabolical genius doesn't file foreclosure, doesn't file bankruptcy, doesn't It's not a diabolical genius, a diabolical genius for my next generation of young bosses. They buying Delta. They buying the Miami Heat. They making big boy moves. Cracking jokes on somebody don't make you diabolical, because if that's made you diabolical, I would be diabolical for calling DJ MBD pickle paddle pickle pickle pickle. That shit ain't diabolical. Nigga just having a little fun. Get to the money. Get money make you diabolical. That's what make you diabolical, Charlamagne. Stop dick riding.
Well, interesting over there. So indirectly, looks well, he's telling 50 Cent that he's broke. Nigga, you're broke. Like, honestly, you act honestly. But there's an interesting developing story about this particular interesting conversation. So it looks like 50 Cent has also responded. And guys, let's see what he also has been talking about. Now, Rick Ross also apparently is making low sales about this interesting conversation he made, because it looks like some fans are not happy about his statement. And honestly, let's watch exactly what 50 Cent also has been talking about inside this conversation.
When you sell 31,000 and 9 CDs, I shouldn't talk to you. I'm out here, yeah. I'll scrap you.
Crazy, big dog. Crazy.
They don't know him. I keep asking them about these niggas. They don't know these niggas.
Yeah, so 50 Cent in some kind of subtle jab over there. Now, he seemed to be also taking a swipe at, Rick Ross, because now there's a latest album each parties have, brought up. And looks like 50's Meek Mill and, Rick Ross album is more like not just, in any competition in range-wise or number-wise, because 50 Cent is actually gaining or raking in about, 1 million already, whilst, what's it called, Meek Mill and Rick are just about some 30,000 or 31,000. So it looks like 50 Cent is really not bothered about that kind of tantrum or, the kind of, ill comments that Chris or Rick has been passing over his recent diabolical genius comments that Charlamagne apparently also posted over there. But what do you think about his comment, and what do you also feel about 50 Cent also taking a swipe? Honestly, this is not the first time these two really have been beefing. Now, some weeks ago, Chris Rock apparently took a swipe at 50 Cent and called him broke. Literally, he called him broke because he says he was nowhere compared to his worth. And this was an interesting tweet somewhere by the People magazine. They published, I think, a few weeks ago, igniting the recent beef you're currently seeing on our screens right now. And so it's no surprise how the beef really has been generated some years back or weeks back or so. And now we've seen exactly what we're seeing now. It's serious, like it's serious. Well, let's see how things really go on social media. Let's know.
And something else I seen that I thought was actually kind of cute. Charlamagne referred to 50 Cent as a diabolical genius. And me, thinking the way I think of Charlamagne, he would know better than that. A diabolical genius doesn't file foreclosure, doesn't file bankruptcy, It's not a diabolical genius, a diabolical genius for my next generation of young bosses. They buying Delta. They buying the Miami Heat. They making big boy moves. Cracking jokes on somebody don't make you diabolical, because if that's made you diabolical, I would be diabolical for calling DJ MBD pickle paddle pickle pickle pickle. That shit ain't diabolical. Nigga just having a little fun. Get to the money. Get money make you diabolical. That's what make you diabolical, Charlamagne. Stop dick riding.